哎，你们在哪里呗？这你们还不走？这边个等死人。我没有好吃的。天黑了够厉害。我等你说了啊，这以前标志就在这儿。哎，可以，叫在这儿。有人是不是啊？
Hello everybody, welcome to Xinjiang and happy weekend. Yes, this is a brand new live stream taking to you, broadcasting to you live from Xinjiang, and we are here standing in an ancient village, or at least in a village with many ancient, tribe with a really long history. This is Niao Niao with Una and Huangyue behind the camera. As you can see, this place looks a little bit outlanded. It does not look like somewhere that you would see every day, and this is the Lop Nor village, Luoburen Cunzhai. As you can see, we have a structure right beside us in a shape of a hat, and you can see that this hat has a really large layer out there that can be folded up when it's winter time to keep whoever's wearing the hat warm, and during summertime they can put it down there using it as a shade to make sure that you are getting not too much sunlight, too direct sunlight. So this is actually a significant symbol of the Lop Nor people, and the Lop Nor people has a really long history. But before we dig into that, let me see whether or not you guys are in the live stream platform already, whether or not you can see and hear me clearly. So please state so if the audio and video are clear enough. And I can hear myself quite well, and I see many of you are watching the live stream, including Linda Wei, and you guys are joining the live stream. Happy to have that. So if you have any questions, as usual, you can put them in the comment area, so I will be able to answer them soon as possible. At the same time, if you like the live stream, please like and share and comment as much as possible. Like I was saying, I am right now standing in the Lop Nor village, Luobu. Lop Nor is actually a lake. You cannot see the trace of it anymore because the lake has disappeared for around 3 or actually 5 decades. And the reason behind the, let's say, disappearance of the lake is that we have, many of you joining the live stream already. We have Kenny Yam saying good evening, Niao Niao, Huang and Una. Happy to have you here. Mike saying love this. Happy to see that you are loving it. Denny saying yes, very clear. Great. Don Van saying can hear and see you. Very good. Thank you so much. So right now we are crossing the bridge of the Hat Bridge. I'm going to call it the Hat Bridge, which is the symbol of the Lop Nor people. Legend has it that the Lop Nor people has been living in this area for more than 1,000 years, and actually they used to live in the desert, but right next to a lake, a salty water lake, actually the largest salty water lake in ancient time, China. And for them, their life used to be solely depend on the environment, on the nature, used to be solely depend on fishing instead of farming or herding, let's say, cultivate any animals. So previously, they, including according to some ancient history has it that the Lop Nor people, they didn't really know a lot of different cereals or different grains. They didn't use to keep a lot of livestock. For them, fish is their only food, and they used to fish a lot. They have their own way to cook the fish. And this legend has that they have been living alongside the Lop Nor Lake, Luo Bu Po, for quite a long time, until the Lop Nor Lake disappeared due to mysterious reasons. So after that, the Lop Nor people decided that they need to blend in to a larger group of people, to the larger society. That leads to them getting together with local people and blending with local culture. So now most of the Lop Nor people are actually within the ethnic group of Uyghur. They speak the Uyghur language. They mixed a little bit the Uyghur culture into their own culture, and some of them even moved away from the Lop Nor Lake to other places and started to enjoy a rather modern kind of life. Yes, so that would be the history of the Lop Nor group of people. Instead of being an ethnic group, they are more towards a tribe, more towards a group of people that have been keeping their lifestyle in accordance with the natural situation as well as the social situation. So right now, what we are looking at is the last remaining group of Lop Nor people who are let's say, keeping their tradition and even changing their tradition, changing their lifestyle into an attraction, allowing people from the outside world to actually see what the people are living at, what the ancient traditions are, their architecture, their culture, as well as their art can be really attractive. So that is going to be the theme of today's live stream. I'm going to take you explore the Lop Nor village, see the local people, and of course take any questions you have. So yes, let me say hello to many of you joining the live stream. I'm seeing Brian, Antonio, Janine watching the live stream. Happy to have you guys here. If you have any questions towards this interesting culture and village, you can leave them in the comment area. Patty, beautiful, and I love from the United States of America. 谢谢你，美国的朋友。Thank you. Danny saying, love learning about history from all over the world. Yes, this is a part of the world that has a fascinating history and culture behind it. Actually, they live right in the Taklamakan Desert. If you still remember, we visited the Taklamakan Desert 2 days ago. It is a very beautiful sightseeing. It's the vast landscape, but yes, all you can see is sand, sand, sand. It's very sandy and very dusty. However, right in the middle of the Lop Nor Lake, right in the middle of the Taklamakan Desert, there used to be the Lop Nor Lake, and it was right in the east of the Tarim Basin, so making that place quite, let's say, conducive for a human being, having really good natural environment. And that is the place people believe that there has been an ancient kingdom, Loulan, Korean, ancient kingdom of Korean, Loulan, Guguo, the ancient kingdom. So legend has it that in ancient time, that kingdom, Loulan, was right in the middle of the desert, so it is a pivotal travel stop when people are traveling from the northern to the southern part of the desert. And in order to pass the desert, to get through the desert, you have to have a stop in the Loulan kingdom. It's at Loulan Guguo. So the problem with that kingdom was that it depends on the natural resources quite a lot. Previously, the Tarim River used to be at around that area. It used to flow right next to the Korean or Loulan kingdom. And at that time, there was this huge lake, the salty water lake. Yes, you're right. That lake was the Lop Nor Lake. And at that lake, people used to be able to enjoy the nice water, and they used to be able to enjoy fishing there. Yes, those people were allegedly to be the Lop Nor people, 罗布人. So the 罗布人 used to be, or one way or one reason to describe or they have become, or one of the possible origins of the Lop Nor people was that people say they might be the offsprings of the ancient Korean people, 楼兰. 算是楼兰的后裔啊. So they have a lot of amazing cultures, including toast fishes. Yes, of course, like we said, it used to be their main resources, their main food source, so they can roast their fish in a kind of special way. According to the information I got from local people, you can see that their fish are putting or threatening with a red willow branch, 红柳枝. So you put it right on that and you split it in half, put it onto the stick, and you started to roast it. We know that when they are doing that, they don't season the fish so much because seasoning the fish would be, let's say, not a Lop Nor kind of way. To make the fish, the fisherman threads the whole fish onto a skewer and made of salt branch, grills the fish by the fire and season it with only salt to preserve the fish natural flavor. And this way of doing it is the traditional way. And of course, if you are a traveler here, if you want to have a stronger flavor, they have a specially made sauce as well. And right here we are in the stop of a original Lop Nor village with Lop Nor people. Actually, we have 您好, 您好, him standing right here. He is one of the remaining Lop Nor people. 您这边是在烤鱼是吗？是以前都会去打鱼，现在还去打鱼吗？
去的时候打鱼的时候打鱼的呢。
还要打鱼啊？那
的时候烤呢，我们晚上打鱼，白天这个地方烤鱼。
白天烤鱼是吗？ Okay, so he has just told me that actually they have started to make their lifestyle one of the items that tourists are able to experience themselves. It's quite original, but instead of living in the old village where there's no electricity, where there's no fresh water, where there is not enough, let's say, equipment for them to enjoy a rather modern kind of life, you can see that Mr. I'm going to call him Mr. First Lop Nor here. He is enjoying a rather modern kind of life, and he told me that during nighttime they will go fishing, remaining one of their ancient traditions, and when it's daytime they would treat guests and tourists over here when they wanted to enjoy a traditional kind of Lop Nor roast fish. 所以是传统烤鱼. Let's go inside and visit their house a little bit. We know that most Lop Nor people have kind of forsaken this traditional way of making a living. Many fishermen have become herders, farmers to shop owners, or moved nearby homes. And you can see that's the original raw fish, and they would make them barbecue in its own way. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, I think I 谢谢您，谢谢您，还帮我们停一下。我们来看一下这个烤鱼是您刚做的是吗？是说维语是吗？雅克西我知道雅克西。Okay, so our lady here, she speaks the Uyghur language. She does not know Mandarin very well. 您去，不要您忙。去忙。Okay, so she does not speak Mandarin quite well. That is very common here in Xinjiang. Actually, if they are from the Uyghur ethnic group, for them, Uyghur language is their main language, especially for the elder generation. And for the younger generation, they are able to absorb the knowledge a little bit faster, so they would study Mandarin as well. If you still remember previously when we're visiting the beautiful jade shop, we see a very lovely young lady who's able to speak Mandarin. But for the elder generation, of course, they still speak their language. And for the younger generation, it is nice to add something to their culture, so they would have better opportunities when they're looking for jobs. They would have more convenience when they are going outside to, for example, other countries, to sometimes just other regions, so that they can enjoy local services and provide their personal professional skills as well. It's a little bit like me learning English, being able to communicate with you. So yes, they are remaining a lot of their personal or their original lifestyle as well. Let's see if you guys have any questions right here. I am trying to get to see what are some comments you guys have. I am saying hi to Monica Fawn. Monica, you're here. Very happy to have you. You're saying morning from Scotland. Nice to join you. Very interesting. Thank you. And Scott saying, what's up, beautiful? Well, what's up is that we're enjoying a very unique kind of culture from a tribe that is now considered to be one group of people belong to the Uyghur ethnic group. And we have already visited one of the most famous let's say, descendant of the Lop Nor, the ancient Lop Nor people, noting that some of them have already moved on from time. They decided to embrace a rather modern kind of life, and for those who are not that easy to change, they still get to keep and preserve their culture and history, and also make it into something that can make a little bit more money to improve their lifestyles, and they are right here. Hello, we have Scott Decker saying, can you call my name? Is it Scott Decker? I'm pronouncing it right? And hello, Danny, for saying very nice. Kenny saying yummy fish. Yes, the fish can be really yummy because it has this natural flavor without the disturbance of the, let's say, too strong a sauce. According to the Lop Nor village expert, I've been told that they only use salt to season it to make sure the flavor is original enough and you can taste the fish. You would feel like you are living in a Lop Nor village yourself. Oh yes, and actually you can live here. They outside of where the villagers actually live in, they have also created the Airbnb kind of style homestay. So if you want to, you can stay here and actually experience the culture yourself. So really good a place to have a tour as well. We have Don Vander saying, are those stingrays? Possibly, yes. I'm not really sure. And I'll ask them for you a little bit later. Thank you, Nant, for saying very nice. And Denny saying, all the hosts are beautiful and speak with passion. I would say thank you. Huang Yue is behind the camera too. If you like all the live streams, make sure you join her live stream tomorrow. It is going to be super interesting. Not only will it be in a rather, comparing to today's, modern environment, it still would blend in a lot of different elements from different ethnic groups. So different ethnicity here in Xinjiang, as always, as promised. Hello, Eddie, and we have G saying love the original. Yes, the original place is just like this. As I said, you can see these are kind of like the place they will treat they will treat tourists. You can stay here and try their original fish, and inside there, that is where they live. Mostly, you can see the nice yard. They still live inside, and they, I would say, enjoy their life so much. So from here, you would see that it's comparatively primitive. You've got, of course, the modern machine, but at the same time, you've got the traditional way of living inside the yard. And we have a lovely little boy. 你们好 Hello.
Hello, 你们好。帮我看姐姐们表演得多好。
Okay, so that's their home. I would not disturb them in their home, but yes, that's where they live. And we have we have Mike saying, I'm Mike from the USA, and you're saying you teach English to Chinese children, or you teach English to Chinese kids online. That's nice. Sometimes I share Chinese language to people online, especially on CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page. So I would say that we have something in common when it comes to our professions. Speaking of which, let's see if I can see some comments from our CRI Learn Chinese page. So you are watching this on Learn Chinese Facebook page, CRI Learn Chinese, and of course China Plus America, China Plus News, as well as China Plus South Africa. You can leave comments in all 4 pages. I will check them and I will reply to your comments as soon as possible. Since we are already on the CRI Learn Chinese page, let's see if you guys have any questions. We have 第一人得 saying 进去吧，我们进去啦，但是